Hello, today we shall discuss the concept of models of teaching, its characteristics, fundamental elements, significance, classification and different approaches of teaching. Let us discuss the concept of models of teaching. One of the objectives of teaching is to bring about a desirable change in the behavior of learner. Teaching is the creation and designing of environments in which students learn by interacting with those environments. As we know, there are different theories of learning and teaching. The theories of learning explain how children learn, whereas theories of teaching explain how one can teach to maximize learning on the part of the learner. Thus, theories of learning are descriptive in nature, whereas theories of teaching are perspective in nature. The focus of education is now on teaching because learning theories cannot solve the problem of teaching. Therefore, efforts are being made by some educationalists to develop the theories of teaching, as a result of which some teaching models have been developed. What is the model of teaching? The term model is used in several contexts in our daily life. Model means a design, blueprint, plan and structure of something. For example, we look out the model of Taj Mahal and find it an exact replica of the original. That is why models prove a quite effective aid as a substitute for reality in the classroom situation. Therefore, a model is a representation of an idea, object, event, etc. The models of teaching have been developed to help a teacher to improve his competency, to reach more children and create a proper rich learning environment for them. Thus, models of teaching are really the model at learning. A model of teaching has been defined in various ways by different researchers. We shall discuss some definitions of models of teaching. According to Bruce Joyce and Marshall, a model of teaching is a plan or pattern that can be used to shape the curriculum, to design instructional materials and to guide a teacher's action. Paul D. Egan and others explain models are perspective teaching strategies designed to accomplish particular instructional goals. And last one, according to Heyman, model is a way to talk and think about instruction in which certain facts may be organized, classified and interpreted. From the above definitions, we can conclude that models of teaching may be described as some sort of guidelines, plans or techniques or strategies designed to achieve specific educational objectives. Based on systematic study of above definitions of models of teaching, we can bring out the following characteristic of the term models of teaching. The first characteristic is a scientific procedure. A model of teaching is based on a systematic procedure to modify the behavior of the student. A model of teaching is not some total of some facts. It is based on scientific method. Second characteristic of models of teaching is specification of learning outcomes. All models of teaching specify what the student will perform after completing an instructional sequence. The models of teaching include a description of specific learning outcomes of teaching. These learning outcomes are the observable behavioral change of the learner. Now, the third characteristic of models of teaching is specification of teaching environments. Every model of teaching is a specific description of a specific teaching environment. Thus, models outline the required environmental conditions for conducting of teaching activities, which includes number 1, creation of an appropriate environment for learning, number 2, occurrence of an interaction between a teacher and students, and number 3, using proper teaching strategies and tactics for making the teaching easy, clear and understandable. The next characteristic is specification of the criterion performance. A model of teaching specifies the desirable performance criterion of the learner as learning outcomes. All teaching is directed towards the achievement of some specific learning objectives. Complete realization of expected learning objectives is not possible in most of our teaching efforts, but models of teaching outline the criterion or performance limit which is expected from students. So, this is one of the characteristic of models of teaching. Last characteristic is specification of teaching operation. All models of teaching specify the mechanism of interaction between teachers, students and teaching environments. Each model outlines the teaching technique, learning situations and describe the types of student teacher reactions and interaction in that environment. Thus, the specific activity of teaching operation is an important characteristic of the model of teaching. The basic question which are answered by this model are: number 1, how does a teacher behave? Number 2, why does he behave? And number 3, what will be the impact of teaching on the behavior of the student? So, in this section we have discussed important characteristics of models of teaching.